Hi there, welcome back to the collection. Today we're talking about Sky Team, one of my favorite two-player games. Sky Team is a cooperative dice placement game where, with no communication allowed once the dice are rolled, you and your partner take on the role of pilot and co-pilot, managing things like the tilt of your airplane, airspeed, brakes, wing flaps, and landing gear to successfully land your plane. You may discuss and strategize before you take your turns, but once the dice are rolled, no communication is allowed. Each player has two mandatory actions, the tilt and the descent speed of the airplane, leaving two other dice free to place elsewhere on the board. This is a challenging game. There's dozens of ways to lose. You could crash your plane into another plane, you could be approaching the runway too fast, you could tilt off axis and have a spin out. Dozens of ways to lose, and there is only one way to win, and that is to land your plane safely. This game will test your communication and your trust. That trust is put to the test more often than not because one, you're rolling dice, and two, the pilot and the co-pilot have contrasting priorities. You're both trying to land the plane safely, but the pilot needs to focus on deploying the landing gear and managing the speed at which you'll be hitting the runway, whereas the co-pilot needs to hit a set of numbers in order and manage the flaps of the airplane. Those competing priorities can sometimes clash and cause issues, which just makes it all the more exciting. It really is fantastic, and all the while, trackers are ticking down. Airplanes are approaching that need to be cleared off the runways. I say it's stressful, but I do promise that this is some of the most fun you can have in a two-player cooperative game. And that's all just in the base beginner scenario. There's additional airports with more challenging scenarios, 4 levels of difficulty. There's modules for fuel management, for inclement weather. There's a module for hiring an intern. A stunning amount of replayability and content in this box, and it is just such a unique experience to play through this with someone. Thanks for tuning into this episode of The Collection. Stay tuned for our next event and come give Sky Team a try for yourself.